Welcome to Black Steel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. They said we would never be back. Nick, you'd never guess who tried to stop us from being back this week.
Who tried to stop us, Brett?
Well, Nick, I don't know if you know, I was in New Zealand on a little TV show.
7 days.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
New Zealand's biggest
New
TV
Zealand's-
show. Haven't got the call up for Australia yet. Still waiting.
Is it in Australia, the 7 days?
No. It's in New Zealand. They don't. Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's in YouTube in Australia. Have you guys heard of YouTube? If you have, if you're watching this.
What would their equivalent be over here? What is it like? Have you been paying attention? Or something?
But they've got have you been paying attention over there?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you remember like the glass house or the panel or something like that.
Home and Away?
It's Home and Away. I'm Alf Stewart. Yeah. I'm Alf.
Hello.
Wait, is that his accent? Hello, I'm Alf Stewart.
I was trying to do a fucking New Zealand accent, like you flaming galah.
You heard what? Wait, you heard a New Zealand accent on the way in because you walked past my missus. Like, hello, Brit.
Yeah,
Oh no, I just did an English one as well.
Yeah.
Brit. I'm from New Zealand.
Character comedy at its best.
Yeah.
Look it out.
Get us at the Improv conspiracy, whatever, fuck.
Yeah.
So, I was in NZ, and as you know, as a comedian, the worst thing so I went and saw my missus's parents for a couple of days in Nelson, and her sister. The worst thing you can say to someone is, "Hey, he's a comedian," right? And she didn't. She's so lovely. She didn't mean to stitch me up. But she's so proud that every second person she bumped into, she was like, he was on 7 days. He was on 7. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we go to this Rough pub, which is one of my favourite pubs in Mapua. Rough as guts. Same guys own it for like 50 years. Motorbike memorabilia,
I'm loving it.
some guy changed. I'm pretty sure I saw a guy still smoking indoors, which I don't know if is fine.
Yeah.
And and then he cracks a joke. And then she goes, oh, you know who's funny? This guy. He was on 7 days. And this old barfly turns around and goes, who the fuck cares?
Fuck.
And he goes, do you know what's funny? And I was like, no. And he goes, this joke. And I don't know what the start of it, but it was two Asians walk into a bar. I was like, oh, God, this can't be good.
I don't want to know what's the rest.
But the punchline was, two Wongs don't make a white. And I was like, oh,
man.
my God. And he goes, now that's funny. And then everyone at the bar was like, that is comedy. And I was like, cool. And then he goes, have you even been on the project? And I was like, no. Well, the Australian one, he goes, nah, if you're not on the New Zealand one, doesn't fucking count.
Oh, fuck, man.
And I'm just red-faced. What do I do?
Oh, man, one of those moments, God, I wish, do they have security cam or something? I want to see your face.
I know you love when I'm on my back foot, and you would have loved this moment. It would have been I messaged you because I knew how much you would love it. As soon as Brett gets a red face.
I'm going to jerk off to this tonight, I think.
Yeah. I was like, fuck. And I had nowhere to go. I was like, thanks for the beer. It was the last place open. I couldn't be a fuckhead. I'd get bashed.
Yeah.
Just fucking bailed against the wall.
Oh, man. Well, I know how you feel, man, from that time where I went to Millawara and the fucking guy goes, yeah, warm yourself by the fire, and then it's not there. Yeah, fucking ruined me.
You know what? I say what you want about bullying, it's funny sometimes when it happens to you. You know what I mean? You've got to enjoy it.
I love it. I love the complete character of it. Like the brazen fucking thing. Like, who cares?
I've never met this bloke before, but I'm going to fucking towel him up.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you going to say? It's my bar. Fuck off. And I'm like, he's right. He is so right. He's got me. And then we were playing pool, and then he was just like, every time I'd miss a shot.
Fuck.
I've never been more disrespected in my life.
Oh,
it would have been
man.
the best hour of your life. You would have loved
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
it. And I'm pretty sure he was still hitting on Fiona's sister in front of her dad. This guy is an animal. I fucking like him. Yeah. I'm coming around on him.
Fuck, man.
Besides the racist jokes. But
Yeah, man. What else did you I saw you got one right in.
Yeah, so I went down, I've done that track before. So Nelson's like crazy mountain bike parks, and where they've moved to the mountain bike, from their house, you'd see on the gram, their house, you can see the track.
Oh, wow.
From behind it. So beautiful. So I hired this e-bike, went up there, and I was speaking to this like young dude there, and he's like, how good are you? And I was like, 4 or 5 out of 10 maybe on a good
Yeah,
day.
yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like, all right, well, stick to this side. I was like, well, I've done most of that side. And he goes, all right, well, if you get enough confidence, there's a double black diamond down
Yeah.
the back. And I was like, man, if there's big jumps, I can't do it. Like
Yeah.
like I can do little jumps, little baby jumps.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, it's more like down, violent roots. It's like steep as hell. He goes, give it a shot, see how you go.
Oh,
And,
that sounds awesome.
man, yeah. You know that track we do in Abbotsford, how it's like that and you can't stop?
Yeah.
That back one that we've done a couple of times and it's fucking awful.
Yeah,
It's like even steeper than that. And then I got onto this section and I was like, oh, I nailed it. And I was like, great. And there was a break. And then I went to the next section and it was like that. Like trees were on a fucking angle. I couldn't brake and it was wet. So it was the worst time to be on it. I was just sliding down this thing and I got through some like pretty hectic stuff, but I came off about 3 or 4 times. And you know when you stack it and you're like, it doesn't hurt because if you crash in the right way, you're just uphill.
Yeah.
But it was so steep that when I crashed, it was just like I was standing up.
Oh, right.
Because it was so fucking vertical on the way up. I hadn't gone full down yet.
Yeah.
But I'd stacked it like 3 times and it was a fucking fight. Like it was it was a fight. And then there was all these crazy tree trunks. It was like a big Z to get out. And I got through it, but I came off 3 times and it was just... And then I got to the
Nice.
shop and he goes, how'd you go? I said, I came off 4 times. He's like, that's not bad. And I
not
was
bad.
like, oh, okay. I was like, is that all right? He goes, yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. And I went, oh, and I was telling the guy at the shop, like halfway there was all this, and I'm like, I'm on the break because I'm like, I'm shitting my pants or whatever. And then just halfway through it, you just see this, like instead of going around this tree, you can just jump over it. And this jump, and I was like, I said to the guy, I was like, who the fuck is hitting that at the shop? He's like, I've hit that. I'm like, all right, well, you're a different breed to me. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I've got the footage of it. It's fucking wild.
Man.
But it was sick.
Oh, that sounds awesome, man.
It was so
Sounds
good fun.
great.
It wasn't like, when your one's like a downhill park, so we could just get heaps of speed on a grade 5.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
This was like, and it was so wet, like you just couldn't stop. There's no way you could stop.
I reckon that makes you better.
Well, you got
'cause
no choice.
You got
Yeah.
no choice. Yeah. Fuck.
There
that
were
sounds
sections
awesome.
I was like, I'd normally go, nah.
Yeah, right.
But then I couldn't hike back up because it was too steep and it was too wet. So I just had to keep going down.
Man, I watched a YouTube video on the week because, man, I tell you what the best is when you go YouTube, watch later.
Oh.
And you know when you don't have time to watch it?
Yeah.
And then when you're in a hotel by yourself, you're like, I'm going to fucking watch all of these.
Yeah.
I watched this doco, man, on this dude, right? He goes to jump those crazy train line jumps you see.
Yeah,
I'm just sorry.
Colby Raha did one, which was
Yeah,
that fucking.
yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen this shot. I'll put it up on the grant, but he jumps this train track and they do that slow motion photo of him.
Yeah.
and it's like doof 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 doof, and I was like, dude, that is so fucking sick.
Man, anyway, this dude tries to do one on the mountain bike.
Yeah,
And then, I don't have it here. I'll get it later. He's a pro, but he goes to jump, and he's got it on his GoPro. Goes to jump like this gorge
Yeah.
with the train line in the bottom, and then you just see him. Oh no! And just comes up short and just crashes straight into the side.
oh fuck.
Like brutal, man. He was coming in hard, and his pedal hit one little rock or one kind of the side of one big rock, and just spun his feet off the.
So he lost all his speed.
Spun his feet off the things, and then he's tried to brake, and then just gone into the gorge and just broke every fucking bone in his body, like everything.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
They said you're never going to walk again. No
Oh,
way.
really?
And then he's riding now. Yeah.
Great.
yeah.
I love that.
But man, it
Do you
just
reckon doctors
crazy.
just say that? Nah, you're never going to ride again.
Because they don't show you. They just show this dude just flying out of this forest, and then it's got the train line there and everything, and then he just descends into it, and just you hear everyone screaming to the side, like it's fucking wild.
God, it makes your stomach turn. But then
man.
when you see shit like that, and then you're worried about doing like a little tabletop, and you go, I don't know, you know what I mean? It really puts it to scale.
Oh no, man, yeah. It'd be cool to do some step up jumps, like because that one where those kids ride, there's a step up one,
Yeah.
and I suppose you're wiping off the speed when you
Yeah.
go up, so it's not as dangerous as we think, maybe.
I don't know.
But I still can't do it. I look at it. every time I ride up there, I'm like, today's
One
the
day-
day.
today's the day.
Today's the day, Nick.
And then you're like, nah, I got a wedding to pay for next week. Yeah,
I know,
fuck.
But yeah, this is the small gap of time I have to risk it all. So you know,
Before kids come, you know. But in Nelson, I was impressed with myself because I was on the e-bike and I finally burnt out a battery on an e-bike.
Oh, wow.
Finally. Yeah. Took me 3.5 hours. I was like, fuck. Because this mountain to get up there, I did it on the Julie before, and it was like, it's a 2-hour hike to the top. It fucking sucks, right? And then I was just on the e-bike, and I got up there in like 45 minutes to the top.
Yeah.
I was so fucking stoked. And then I did a couple of tracks down, and then some new tracks that I haven't done before. I've got all the videos that'll be coming out weekly as I go. And but then when I went down that fucking violent way, I couldn't go back up the mountain because there's no way up. So I had to literally ride from one side of from the base of one mountain around back to the car park. It took me like 40 fucking minutes.
Oh, wow,
Burnt through the
man.
fucking battery. I was like, yes, I've finally done it though. I got up
man.
one more time, and I was red lighting, and I had one section to get through. And I was like, fuck. I got up and I was like, great. So it's all downhill from now, but it's like a 7 or 8 minute down.
Yeah.
Got all the way there and then got to and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm just going to leave it on boost and get all the way to the shop. And then just as I get to the shop, it's like, boo. As I go through the door, I was like, yeah.
Fuck, man.
And
That
that's currently
rules.
why I'm fat and unfit.
Are they fun to? Are the electrics fun to just? Because they'd be fun to just ride on flat, wouldn't they? 'Cause
Yeah,
you're just
I mean,
flying along, right?
yeah, you've got like different modes or whatever. But I forgot. Yeah, it's just ride assist, so you're always staying at 25 or 30 k's.
Yeah.
So but when you turn it off, then you're like, oh, okay, yeah. And because they're heavier than a normal bike as well because of the
Yeah.
fucking motor. But I was talking about that Ross Noble thing last week when he fucking flipped off and
Yeah.
nearly KO'd himself. I took some footage on this track and I was like, oh, this track's all right. And then I looked on the map. It's all uphill, but just slightly.
Yeah, right.
And I was having so much fun because I was at 30 Ks the whole time. You know, there's downs, but it was
right.
mostly up. So the video I posted just today, it's mostly up. And you're still having fun going up because even if it's
wow.
flat, you're still stinging it because you got that speed.
Yeah, man. Yeah, when you got bike experience, it's crazy.
Yeah.
When I hired an electric in New Zealand with my partner and her brother, I noticed that they don't ride bikes that often. So when it got to the uphill around the corners, there was a couple of times where I had to slow it down going uphill around the corner.
Yeah, right.
Because you just got that extra bit of experience pushing. I don't know. You just got bike time behind you.
Yeah.
And I was riding a lot then. And, it was funny. I was like, holy shit, I got to put the brakes on uphill, you know?
Because when you come into those S bends, you like that, and then you touch the pedal a bit, it's like, it just fucking
yeah,
go.
man.
But the problem is with that leaving on boost in a bad spot. Like I was coming down, my feet got knocked off the pedals, and then I got them back on, but I pushed down when the wheel was facing off the side of the cliff, and it went, and I had to fucking jerk it back
wow.
because it doesn't know, it just goes because it's on that.
Yeah, fuck, man, that's awesome. Well, man, big news in the flat stick arena.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Yeah, my brother, the Iceman, Christian, sent me a photo last night. He just bought a Julie Rain 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
what model?
It's a Giant. Yeah, it's like
Giant?
Julie Rain 2.
How
Like,
much?
It was like 2,300 secondhand.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so good.
He
And
must be
'cause-
really getting into it.
Yeah, because I swapped bikes with him because his seat was playing up, and it was a bucket of shit.
His one.
Oh, yeah. It felt
Yeah,
like
that
a
white-
heavy BMX.
That
thing,
white
you know?
thing is fucking awful.
Yeah. So man, and I've got to say, man, fuck. I want to get way better on my hardtail first, but God, it was fun riding that Julie around, riding it around the streets, jumping off all the industrial things or whatever. It's so just fun. Bunny hopping all the manholes is great, but got to get better on the hardtail.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as I get a big fucking whopping paycheck and I don't have this fucking crazy tax bill, I'm buying one.
Yeah, I've got to get a shed first. There's no safe place.
Yeah,
to
and
store
so
mine.
you don't want to leave an electric bike
Yeah,
outside,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I'd have
No,
to. I'll probably leave it in the lounge room here.
Well, you get an electric as well.
Nah, why
I'm
not?
just getting Julie.
Nah, I'll probably just get a Julie. But the electric's really got my dick hard at the
Oh,
moment.
man. Yeah,
God, I love it.
Yep.
I'm like, man, $4,000 for the Julie, $7,000 for the electric. All right. It's
he's
still
got-
too expensive.
He's got a dropper post, riser bars on it. It looks sick. Looks really nice.
Man, the
I'm
dropper
like,
post changes your life. You got to do it.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
on the to-do
I'm
list.
going the hard man's way first, getting these fucking legs pumped. Then when I hop on the dropper, I won't even need electric. I'll just be fucking taken off. You won't even see me. You won't even see me.
Nick and his fat little thighs. You can't even sit on the toilet now because it just sandwiches your dick in because your thighs are too big.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. These big
Whoa.
NRL thighs, mate.
Oh, so yeah, Newcastle. You're at Newcastle again last week. Did you? Now, if you don't know the Notorious set, go onto Nick Kappa's YouTube page, and while you're on YouTube, jump onto mine and give me a fucking follow, you fucks. Yeah, I've just worked on that new page.
Oh,
can't wait
yeah,
to.
I saw you working hard on the YouTube page.
Oh, have you seen
It's
the
a
new flat stick one? Still
it's a
fixed?
fucking. Oh no, your one.
Oh, my one I fixed, and then I fixed flat stick one as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, mate.
Oh, nice. I got some videos to upload, which brings me to my next story, Brett.
Okay.
I was in Sydney. I just recorded a podcast with you.
Ooh.
And then Will Scott, the guy, I put up the reel of the guy with the cool Corolla.
Yes. Yep.
He's like, hey, mate, you got to come and see my mate Scruff's warehouse in Newtown.
Yeah.
Full of motorbikes. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's as cool as he says it is, but I don't know. Will seemed pretty cool, so I was like, okay, I'll take his word for it.
Was this the night you were having off drinking as well? You're telling me
it was
about?
a night I was just like, I'll have off drinking.
Yep.
Walk into the warehouse and Scruff's there. It's this fucking warehouse in the back fucking way of Newtown. I thought I was going to get killed or something. But as I said before, Will seemed like a pretty trustworthy guy. I'd had a beer with him before, seemed all right? Walk in there. This place rules, man. There's like a Ford F-150. There's two bikes on hoists. There's an old bus. There's a stack of XR 200s. He's got dirt track bikes, Trumpies like Triumphs. He's got a
What?
TT 600 just hoisted up. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
What does he do?
He's got a KX 500.
A KX 500.
Yeah, two-stroke that he races like dirt track and vintage motocross on. Wild. He's got a Mako, these old Italian bikes.
Man, the Mako's the king.
Yeah. So
They were the king for ages, the Mako.
yeah, they were a king for a long time. Yeah, so it was fucking insane. So I walk in there, they go, hey, mate, want a beer? And they
rude
gave
not
me
to.
a beer. And I was like, it's rude not to. I'm here with a bloke with a fucking handlebar mustache named Scruff. It would be rude not to.
Well, Scruff ain't drinking water.
Yeah, he's
You
not
know what I
drinking
mean?
water.
He's
Scruff
never-
is not fucking around.
He's never seen anything clear.
So he takes me on he's got some of the best bikes ever. Like beautiful Trumpies, like Triumphs that are just that classic look where they look bare bones, but still look so much fucking cooler than a Harley.
Yes.
You know?
Agreed. Always agreed.
He tried to start one, wouldn't start. Then he found out next day he'd blown a fuse or something like that. Anyway, I don't know how you blow a fuse in that, but yeah, he had to check.
I'm surprised I have fuses, those ones.
Yeah. We walked around, fucking had the best chat ever. I'm editing the video as we speak, and it looks sick. Him and Will and I, and then we all jump in the Corolla and we go, oh, how about we go to Young Henry's? And we're like, yeah, let's go there. And then, surprise, surprise, Scruff gets free beers at Young Henry's.
Yeah, no one's shocked by that.
Yeah, because he's fucking works for him and he's a local. And man, it's a pretty cool little fucking bar.
What does Scruff do that he has all these bikes?
Well, him and Will, they both do fucking refrigeration, electric and refrigeration mechanics.
Ah.
So man, that brings in so much cash because these guys are fucking.
Why do we do
all
comedy?
good- I know, man. It's
Comedy fucking sucks, dude.
I know.
I just want to be cash. You get a cash hit or something, and you go. Some guy will be like, "Man, I got no money for you to fix our fridge," and you're like,
Yeah.
"I'll take that fucking old motorbike off your hands." So you know what I mean?
Man.
You'd be trading some shit.
Yeah. He had heaps of motorbikes stored there. He had the array of bikes that he had was just beautiful, man.
Let's go rob Scrumpy.
incredible. Oh man, he said he's going to take me for a ride next time.
Fuck
And
yeah.
then he tried to find a brake caliper for me, and he couldn't find one. But yeah, top bloke, Scruff. And
Man,
then-
I'm excited to see this video. I'm really enjoying the garage video. It's
Yeah.
actually a channel now I've created on the YouTube.
Ooh,
garage videos. Yeah, you
Oh.
add it in there.
Which reminds us, if you guys want us to look around your garage, it's
It's
great.
got to be a good one. It can't just be like hey, here's a red line and a fucking, I don't know.
I'd kind of be into that.
Yeah, I'd be into that as well. Yeah, it can be that. Yeah, no, you got me there. Sorry, that was rude. Didn't mean to lash out like that, guys. Whatever you got's cooler than us.
Yeah, but man, he had it. I don't know. It was yours and my dream. He had just a table, and then he had those fridges that just only a shop have, those big ones with the glass doors.
Yeah, I love
They're
those
just
ones.
full of piss, full of fruit and shit and veggies and fucking whatever.
Scruff
It's
ain't
like,
touching those.
Man,
He's
it
never
was-
seen a fruit.
was
He's got
awesome.
scurvy.
Oh yeah, I don't know, man. It was just constantly one of those guys where you're just like, their hands are always rough from fixing something,
Yeah.
Anyway, we get out of there. We get a few beers at Young Henry's, and I go, guys, look, I feel bad. You've taken time out to help. What about I go take you to this bar? Him and Will met at this bar, and it's a sick bar in Enmore called Fortunate Son.
Oh,
Full rock and roll, man. It's like Spleen, but nice.
that's
It's like
hard
a
for me to
nicer
imagine.
version of Spleen.
Yeah.
Really nice. You walk in, they sit you at the bar, and
Whoa.
then, man, it fucking rules.
They make eye contact with you. They don't
yeah.
spit into the glass before they give it to you.
Yeah. But, I mean, all hail Spleen.
Yeah,
the
I love
best.
Spleen. It's my favourite bar.
But however, this is a nice version of that. I go, hey guys, how would you like a round of Boilermakers? They're like, yeah, no worries. And then I go, all right, well, we better get out of here. And they're like, nah, we're staying around. Like, I'm like, what about your car? He's like, no, I parked it around the side. It's fine. I'll leave it there till the morning. Then 3 Boilermakers later, and then we're like, oh, okay. What do you say we go get some dumplings? Get some dumplings. Fucking 3 beers with dumplings. And then we're like, hey guys, let's put a cap on this. They're like, nah, one more at the country club. Go to this place, man.
Oh, I love the country club. Yeah,
Enmore
yeah.
Country Club. I gave me a free pendant.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a country club member now.
I had a pina colada there.
Man.
I said to her, I was like, can I have one of those? And she's like, what's that? I was like, a pina colada. I was like, yeah, give me fucking that. The ladies that work there are fucking so cool.
Man, so cool. Great.
Yeah.
So many great. Man, I never knew there was that much community in Sydney. But
Yeah.
there is a bit of community
Man, that
there now.
area is quite nice.
Yeah.
Every bar I went into had a good time. All those microbreweries around there, pretty good. I loved it. Yeah, I had a good time.
Man, Mixtape, Willie the Boatman.
Yeah,
Fucking great.
Mixtape was good. Oh, I didn't go to Willie the Boatman, but what was I going to say? I forgot. My brain froze.
But man, yeah, went there and then fucking some guy recognized me there, bought us all shots, and then
Oh wait, this is the thing. Sorry, that was going to say they all have to get up at 6 a.m. because they're tradies, and you're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I don't have to get up till 6 p.m. You know?
well, yeah, and then my mate I was staying with, Josh, who comes mountain biking, he had to work as well at the office. And he just rocks on. He doesn't drink that much, Josh. All of a sudden, he's having a Boilermaker.
Oh.
And then we ended up at a fucking tiki bar after that, having D&Ms with the barman.
Hey, they're the best nights when you don't expect them. You just got to fucking go with it.
Man, I kind of wish, you know what point I'm at now? I wish that I had to get up early in the morning.
Oh, so you got a time to cut it off?
I just slept till like midday. And I just left the lights off. I was like a vampire. I walked out, my skin was white,
And then you still don't come good till about 3 p.m. And then there's nothing worse, and not that most of the people who listen to this will know,
Yeah.
but having a hangover because you've only just woken up 2 hours ago before your 8 p.m. show, and you're like having to have a beer to correct the you know what I mean? You're still hungover at nighttime. It's fucking depressing.
Oh man, and it was so funny. The next day, I was like this bloke, Louis, really nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a tree arborist, and I met him totally blind after a show.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah, mate, if you like bouldering, I'll come with you. I go sometimes." And I go, "Yeah, all right." He rocks up, and now Louis got one eye, which I suspect is from an injury, from a tree thing.
Yes.
Right. Then he goes, "Yeah, I haven't climbed the same since I broke my back. I fell out of a tree. It hit every branch on the way down,
Jesus.
And then he tells me some other thing that he had. I forget. He goes, "Yeah, my arm was fucked up when I had a big accident as well."
But also going rock climbing with an arborist, like, he's going to be a fucking good climber.
Well, he brings a mate along, right? The mate's got a fucking bandage on his arm. I'm like, "What happened?" He goes, "Oh, I put a chainsaw into it last week. It's all right. It's healing up now, though."
These guys should take
they're
over
like
our podcast.
fucking war heroes, man.
Yeah.
And then just demolish me on the wall. Like, demolish me.
Man,
Like,
Arborists, they're ones I've met are psychos, but they were great climbers.
Oh man, incredible! Yeah. And they didn't even do it that regularly. They were just like, whatever.
The only arborist I knew at the Hale Road Tavern that I used to work at, who was a psycho, and someone did the dirty on it with his daughter or something, and he was real shitty about it. So he chased this bloke into a toilet, and the guy locked the door, and he goes, "Oh, you think that it's going to get you away from me?" He ran to the car, got the chainsaw, and cut the door in half. And this 19-year-old kid's like, ah! And we had to give the footage to the cops. We're like, yeah, he did it. And then he got kind of done with attempted murder, but it's like, it wasn't attempted murder. He was just trying to scare him or something, but it was pretty funny.
Fuck, oh my God.
Yeah, just fucking in the toilet, just down the guts of it.
Oh,
this little 19-year-old shitting himself in the bar.
Well, I tell you what, that 19-year-old isn't going to be...
He's not going to be ruining his sister, his daughter anymore. Yeah.
No way.
Lesson learned.
Lesson learned. Yeah, man.
Oh, but Newcastle, you went to Newcastle after. I just got to last time you did the comedy gig there, did you do the Lasso Gara this time?
Yes.
The infamous stand-up special comedy. If you haven't seen it, go on to Nick's social media, the YouTube. It's so funny.
So they're like, we're going to pay you $250 in cash again if you can rock up at midnight.
And did you do comedy again?
No, I didn't do any comedy. They were like, you just have to bring on the DJ. And so I get on there like, give it up for this DJ. There was one DJ and his name was Gacked.
DJ Gacked.
Give it up for Gacked.
Man, what about the DJ for your wedding? He's got a fucking crook name. It's DJ Soggy Biscuit.
Soggy Biscuit, yeah. I think, fuck.
We saw this guy and we're like, man, this guy's great. We should hire him for your fucking wedding or whatever.
Yeah.
And get a business card off him. DJ Soggy Biscuit. Fuck
it's cool that he's got a business card.
Yeah.
We should get business cards.
Man, it was just a biscuit with cum on it. I don't know if that was his business name. I was like, yeah, thanks, dude. Took a bite. Tastes like shit. Anyway.
Yeah. Fuck, man. Yeah, that was fucking... It was pretty wild, man. Newcastle. And look, I think we should, thank everybody, man. Sydney shows, Newcastle shows.
Yep.
Fucking great. Brisbane.
Thank you so much. Brisbane,
good.
Everyone who came out, Perth, all the festivals, Perth, Melbourne, Adelaide, Brisbane, Sydney. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. We really fucking appreciate it. And before we go, also a little recap on, we're still a few messages. We're still trying to get the Border Bunch the wrong way around edited, and our editor, unfortunately, because family commitments and work commitments, had to pull the plug on it. So we're in the process of trying to find a new editor. We've been saying this for years, but it will eventually be out.
Oh man, yeah, we
are more frustrated than you.
Out of control. Yeah. Look, if you do know of a good video editor or something, send us their work.
Yeah.
Send us a show reel, whatever. As long as they can, got a good eye for comedy, a good story, a good way to polish a turd.
Yeah, they've got to be able to polish a turd.
They can really polish a turd.
If you can put diamonds into a piece of shit, you are the person we need. But guys, until next time, keep it flat. Stick.